Hi, welcome back to Good Enough Photography. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of those like projector photos. You know, we have a projector as your light source, putting an image on your subject without owning a projector, because I don't own one, and I'm assuming a bunch of people don't own projectors because I don't think it's like a common type household appliance. So yeah, before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post tutorials hopefully every week. It hasn't really been doing that, and hopefully Wednesdays. We'll see what happens. And my website's at goodenoughphotography.com, NUFF. And yeah, let's get into it. So first you need a subject. I just have my little what are they called, those little anatomy doll things. And so what I did is I had my main light source as my phone flashlight, because the projector, usually when you do it, it's in the dark, so the only light source you have is that projector beam. So I wanted to mimic that one light source by using a phone flashlight. You could probably use any other light. I just don't have any other lights, so we're gonna start with this image. So first thing we want to do is the one I'm doing is where all the color is completely replaced by the by the projector, because sometimes it won't be. It really depends on the projector and how many light sources you have, but I'm just going simple. So I'm gonna make mine completely black and white, and then what I'm going to do, you might not have to do this as much depending on your image itself. Go to brightness and contrast. I don't even know how much I have to do on this one, but you just want contrast really up, but not too up that it blends in with the shadow. Just up a lot. And then you want it kind of dark, but not too dark. We want more simple shapes. So I think that looks pretty good. Yet again, it really just depends on your image itself. I had another image I was using before that I needed to like turn the contrast up to 100, then exit out, turn it up to 100, exit out. Like keep going until I had the contrast I needed. But for this one, it was already a dark photo, so yeah. Next thing I'm gonna do is, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, great. Next, what we're gonna do is go into your files, and you wanna choose an image to put on top. Now, I just chose this optical illusion, which I realized was a horrible idea, because now you're gonna have to stare at an optical illusion. It does get its weird moving properties gone in like a few seconds after I do some stuff to it, but yeah, it's a little trippy because but if I stretch it out, so you can stretch it, do whatever you want for the image. Like this part is kind of up to you because it's just what you want to project. So I just have this one for now. It's still a little trippy. I'm gonna duplicate that. There we go. So right now we just want to be looking at these, and so I'm going to work on the bottom one first, and let's say we want an opacity of 20. We can always change this later. I think I'm going to do 15 for now, actually, just so I can see what I'm doing easier. And then we also have to turn that one to 15. And then, so we want to cover one up, but we want to look at our image first. So maybe I'll turn this up to like a 20 real quick. 30 maybe? See, what I'm trying to do right now is see where the center of my image is. So I might go to a 20. Maybe 15. So the center of my image is right around here right now, which is sorry, give me a second to think about this. Okay, so the shadow guy in the background, he has his little like face covered by this part right there exactly. So what we want to do is we want to take this image and we literally want to move it down, or whatever direction you need, to make sure that this, what is projecting on our little shadow guy, is what is on our normal guy. So he has the middle right around his, right above his elbow joint. So we want to take this and move it literally just down. Just above his little elbow. It might not be perfect, and we can always check by doing this as well. So it has the white stripe at the top of its head. So this is our moved image. Yeah, I think that's good. We just want to move it down so that that is like perfect, and you'll see why in a minute. So now we're going to take this top layer, the one that we just moved, and we want to grab our selection brush. And you can use a mouse or a tablet. I was using a mouse earlier, but I found my tablet, so I'm just going to use that as well. And you want to take your little selection brush. It doesn't have to be perfect because we can always fix it later, you know? And you just want to fill everything in. This is the boring part, by the way. Yeah, and if you hold down Alt, you can like erase what you did. Since I'm using a Wacom, it is one of the buttons that I hotkeyed. That's what I was testing out because I forgot what my hotkeys were. But there we go. I'm gonna scroll down. Yeah, this is the boring part. You just want to get in your subject, not the shadow right now. The shadow, that's later. So right now, you just want to get in your low subject guy. And it can be hard to differentiate between the shadow and your subject, but you can do it. Now, this isn't going to be 100% perfect because it is hand done. So I'm going to be totally honest, you probably will be able to tell once we're done that this isn't an actual projector, but it does have a pretty convincing effect. And if you don't want to actually buy a projector, or if you don't like have a place that has a projector, most libraries though have one. And schools if you're still in school, but if you're not, most libraries do. So you could probably like rent one, or if it's a library, you just get it for free because you know you like check it out like a book, depending on how your library works. But yeah, but I didn't want to do that, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like those projector images, but I don't have a projector, so I'm doing it by hand. That's what I like doing sometimes. Like, oh, I could get a projector. Or I could make a 100% more difficult way to do it by learning how to do it on Photoshop. I don't know if there's any tutorials like this out there. I didn't Google any. I just kind of went into this and I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens. That's the fun of Photoshop. You just see what happens. There might be a guy who already made a tutorial that's like 100 times better than mine, but I would not know. Because I did not look for it. And I know what I'm doing is a little messy now. You don't have to be perfect. If you want to be, later on you can go through with the alt version or the negative version, and you can like take a smaller brush and go around and stuff. And I might do that later. We'll see. Yeah, that's probably good enough for now. So I'm gonna make it into a mask. And we want it as the normal mask to just color our guy. So now we want to work on this mask. So I'm going to close that mask because it's just going to mess with my mind. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the dude and his shadow. This would probably be easier with like a smaller brush, but I kind of just don't want to take the time that it would take to use a smaller brush. Because, you know, using a smaller brush means that it's going to take longer, so. We'll see. And this might be a little messy. Maybe you can make it more refined and pretty. I just figured something out that kind of looks like a projector, so I thought it would be nice to show it with people. I just realized, I think I forgot to mention in my intro, there's no AI in this, but like, I mean, there isn't. I don't know, I usually say that at the beginning. It's probably gonna be in the thumbnail. as well. If you got this far, leave a comment or something. I don't know. I need interaction with my videos because I don't get much. Subscribe if you want more. I don't know. I know it's not perfect, but we can fix that later. Or not. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I've also decided not to do the bar or the shadow of like the structure. Just because I don't want to. No, not that. Also just because it does get a little like muddy at some points. I mean, I could try. But I didn't do it on the first one, so I mean I can add it, but we'll see. So this video is probably going to come out later than usual. Oh no, I need that. So maybe on Thursday probably, because today is Wednesday and this is when I usually post. Instead of just skipping like I will usually do, since I didn't post last week, I feel like I should at least be posting every other week, so that's why I am. I think that's good enough for now, but so I'm gonna make this a mask. Make that one invisible, and make sure you're clicked on the mask we just did. You want to invert it so it's like that, and now you can kind of see the effect that I've been going for. It's a little screwed up by the feet because since it is like a very dark shadow right there, it looks very like weird and contrasting, but I can just crop that part out. So that's actually what I'm gonna do. The thing is, like, I know it's not perfect, but it's not going to be because, I mean, that's just the nature of life, but it is really good. I mean, like, if I showed this to you and said it was a projector photo, you'd probably think it was. I mean, I don't know why you doubt me, but, like. Now, one thing. I'm gonna try something I didn't try in the trials I did. So this might make it in or not make it in. But I feel like it looks too pristine. So I think I'm just gonna add some noise. Not a lot. Which one is this? Okay, yeah, that's the body. I just have to watch what I'm doing. Okay. No, not like that much noise. Because, like, the image itself isn't the best of quality because it was taken in the dark. So I just want it to reflect that, you know? Let's just go for a 16. No, let's go for a 15. Let me try with the rest. Let's see how this works. I feel like that's looking more realistic now, and I might up the opacity maybe a little bit. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. The shadow just looks weird because it's like black. But that's kind of what the actual photo looks like itself. See? So I can't really, you know. But I'd say that looks really good. Like, really, whatchamacallit. Very, well, okay, very projectionist? Projection-y. It looks like a projection to me. I think this is pretty good. So yeah, that's about it. Sorry this video's a little all over the place since I had to film it. Well, I usually like to film it in one go, but since I had to film it in multiple goes. I kind of forgot what I did the first part, but that's fine. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other tutorials on my page. Check out my website at goodenoughphotography.com. Hopefully I'll post next week on Wednesday. I'm just busy. But yeah, thanks for watching.